Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking about how I made a bot to automate my online classes. This is our schedule that the district gave us, and then our homeroom teacher gave us the schedule. So I remade that into this. So our schedule doesn't work on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday basis. It works on day 1, day 2, day 3, and then it goes up to 14. So you can't just base it off what day it is. And they decided to change it for Wednesdays. So that's where I decided to create a bot. So this is what the bot would look like. I'm not putting the real classroom links, but it would give the class and then the link, and then you just click that and you get to the class. It's pretty simple to use. I decided to code it using Python and Selenium. It's about 700 lines of code. It used to be 1500, but I simplified it a lot. For the most part, you define something like, most of this is functions, the whole code. For example, the clear part. So it clears what's already in the schedule every single time it wants to write something. So I decided to make a function for that because I need to clear a lot. And this is like, I don't know, maybe 15 lines of code, and I don't want to have to put that every single time I want to clear. So I define that as this, and this is all that code. So it clicks some elements, it makes it white, it deletes what's already there, and it does that to clear. It does the same thing for writing a message, that's what you see right here. And then for all the classes. So, for example, geography, it makes a color, and then it gives the period time, and then it says what the period is, and then it gives a link. I can put any link I want, I can put any text. That's all of those classes, and then I actually call that here. For example, in day 1, I have these things. So, and then day 8, I have these. It's much easier to do it this way than having to put all of those lines of code there. It's just much more efficient, it's much less lines, and it's just easier and neater. Here's the actual part. All of these are functions. Now these don't run unless I want them to run. So first it signs in, and then the first time running through, it sets a day counter as whatever I want. So for example, say the first time I run it, it's 8. I would set this as 8. So I don't have to set it every single time, I just have to set it once and run the program, and then it runs forever. Now it checks for the time, and it compares the time to whatever time I want to run. For example, let's say I want to run at 6. That'd be 6, and then this would be 6:05. I tried to make it as English-based as possible, so all of this stuff, it's very easy to understand and follow, because it's all based on functions that I made. The real code is up there, and that's a little bit more complicated. Then it checks if it's a holiday, checks if it's a normal day, checks if it's a Wednesday. For the sake of the video, I'm gonna pretend it's, I don't know, maybe 6/9/2020, and let's say it's a Wednesday. So let's run this program, and let's see what happens. Okay, so now the schedule runs. Anybody I want can access this, and they can click the links. Normally there'd be links, but I didn't put the links here because I want you to subscribe, and that's how the schedule works. So it says day 9 right now. Now I could go and do some other stuff, I guess, other computer tasks, and then in about a day or so, it will change the schedule to what day needs to be. So that's how that part works. But let's say I close the window, or I restart my computer, or I shut it off for some reason. Now it won't work then, and that's because the program stopped, and I need to run it again, and I need to change the day manually. So what I decided to do is I decided to run it on a virtual machine. So a virtual machine is a cloud computer. You can get a free trial, which is what I did for about a year through the school year. And it runs my program forever without shutting off the computer. So this is what that looks like. Okay, so I have the program here. If I run this program, I can leave the virtual machine, and then it just runs forever. I don't need to do anything. It'll give me my schedule in the morning. The problem is my Selenium bot requires the computer to be open. So when you close out of the virtual machine, it kind of puts the computer to sleep. The programs still run, but there's no graphical user interface, which is what this depends on. So my program fails. If I'm running it, right, I run it, it's running. Now if I'm in the virtual machine, it runs fine. But if I'm not, if I just close out like this, it stops. So I found a workaround, and that's if you type this into the command prompt, you can kind of force a connection onto the virtual machine, like this, and then you leave and it just runs forever. That's how the schedule works. Every day in the morning, I get a link for the classes just in this format. So right now, obviously, I set it to Wednesday, and I set it to this date instead of the real date because it's Christmas Eve. It's just going to mark it as a holiday, and you're just going to see today's a holiday. It's not going to put all the schedule stuff. So that's why I set it as that, and I set it to Wednesday. But otherwise, that's just how the schedule works. I don't need to do anything, and it just runs forever. So if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. You can leave a comment if you have any questions. I'll answer those most of the time, probably. And please subscribe, like, and thanks for watching.